Hello friends, my name is Amit and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things that can help us live better and be better. In this video, we're going to discuss the type of procrastinator you may be and how to stop falling into the procrastination trap. Why is this important, you may ask? Well, refocusing our mind to getting important things done and making time to do these will remove unwanted anxiety and stress from our lives. And just so we're clear, procrastination isn't just for what many term as lazy individuals. Driven and accomplished people suffer from this too, as most people prefer to stick their head in the sand and push problems or work to another day, where you eventually have to face the same problem, if not a more pressing one. So, how to not procrastinate? Well, you could read tens or hundreds of productivity or business books and articles and get inspiration. You'll be inspired to kick things off and let loose a better version of yourself into the world. But a few days later, you'll find yourself back into the same rut and routine. Back to being just a reader, a consumer of information and best practice without any actual implementation. Uh-oh. As human beings, we have been wired to enjoy instant gratification, to prefer to look to what we can enjoy right now versus what we could do tomorrow. An example would be me binging Netflix episodes of shows I've already watched on my weekends, rather than sitting down to prepare some content for this channel. So with that said, we wanted to help those of you who may be chilling in the procrastination zone. And to do so, we've pulled together a list of 7 key types of procrastinators. Well, why have I done that? Well, because the sooner we identify the procrastination archetype, the sooner we can retrain ourselves to act and get away from being a time sloth. The busy bee. They're too busy to get things done. They prefer chaos and use this as a crutch not to commit. For this person, being busy is a tool they use for avoidance, an excuse for non-delivery, or an easy way out, using other more important tasks as an excuse. The best way to stop procrastinating is to actually introspect and to think about what the simulated or overcommitment to chaos is actually making you avoid. Once you know what you're committing to, objectively reviewing what you're attributing your time to will give you a much better sense on what to focus on and what to start with. The nervous Nelly. They're too worried, afraid, or intimidated to make a start, which leads to the postponement of work, and they're too scared to face their fear directly and go ahead. The problem here is that starting a project or task is already associated with negativity, not succeeding, and all of the other kinds of failure in between. So much so that the question of starting becomes irrelevant. If you find yourself a nervous Nelly, the best way to stop procrastinating is to remember failing to start is failure itself. So essentially, you're not giving yourself a chance to succeed. Small steps taken towards starting will give you an immediate impact on your anxiety levels and help you face your fears. The celebrity fashionista. These people get too excited by the latest and greatest trends around and constantly looks to find new things to start deferring current priorities for, in favor of getting involved in something more interesting, more new, more shiny. Only problem? The system is cyclic and no project ever starts or finishes. The best way to stop procrastinating is to implement a routine, project plan, and stick with it until it's completed. The resident at Hotel Burnout. These individuals are too tired to actually acknowledge that it's the very reason they're not making any headway. The solution is rest and recuperation. Recharging and taking some space to give yourself self-love is key here. And I know some would argue that they don't have the time for rest. Well, the short response is, if you don't rest, recharge, and then try to deliver, you may end up in a position where you're benched due to illness, which is outside your control, only leading to underperformance overall anyway. Managing others and your own expectations will be important for any person feeling the heat of burnout, especially now when so many of us are working from home. The pressure builder. They're motivated by looming deadlines and the pressure to get something delivered, often at the cost of quality and declining mental health. The pressure cooker environment just isn't sustainable. The best way to stop procrastinating here is to trick your mind to start by setting your own deadlines, creating a less pressured environment so that you can start way ahead of actual looming deadlines. You'll often find that the motivation from getting started will encourage you to do more than you bargained for. The OCP, Obsessive Compulsive Perfectionist, or Monica if you're a Friends fan. They're too obsessed with getting things so perfect and obsessive about every detail, hint hint, that they're less flexible to changing environments, never really getting progress with the work, and if they do, often missing timelines. Yes, there's a difference between quality work and spending time on meaningless details. and most OCPs procrastinate on the latter rather than actually important pieces. OCPs can stop procrastinating by focusing on the big picture. By this, I mean the procrastinators who are perfectionists should train themselves not to get lost in the detail and rather find a way to get the most results in the time available. The helpless rebel. This person just doesn't want to start or to do the work and looks for anything to prevent them from kicking off, often hiding behind feeble attempts to show involvement. We all know those people. I don't have the right shoes to run. I don't have the right pen to write a book. I don't have the right lighting to read in the evening. I don't have the right team members to deliver the work. You get my drift? They sound like adult whiner babies, usually repeating sentences like, I called, I didn't get an answer, I couldn't speak to that person, so I guess I won't be able to do this now. This is for you to pick up now that I've tried. Truth is, the best way for the helpless rebel to stop procrastinating is to remember that most in this situation have exactly the same resources, and there is an abundance of other opportunities around to make up for the lack of resources. In short, stop complaining and start moving. So now we've covered the 7 key archetypes of the types of procrastinators there are. What type are you? And depending on which one you are, decide what your next plan of action is to get moving. And if you've watched until here and you're looking for motivation, then it's worth remembering that you can't buy or find motivation. You have to create it. So here's my hack. Take one small step and start your projects and watch how that start gains momentum, creating motivation that you need to push ahead. That will push you to see the piece of work, hobby, or side hustle to the end. If you've enjoyed this video, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and click the bell icon to get notified when we upload our next video. As always, thanks for watching. From our home to yours, be safe, take care, and see you next time.